You know, biking's not just about going fast. And it's not just about making a lot of noise. And it's not just about the camaraderie that us bikers seem to have.
And then sometimes you've got to make a bit of noise and go fast, just because it's fun.
So we thought we'd kick off the series with a bit of a treat for us both and each pick one of the best from the current rash of sports bikes. Me, I get the Aprilia RSV Mille R. Glamorous, Italian, oh yes, very, very fast. Never one to follow the rest of the pack, Fran went for something completely different. From a big, thumping V-twin Italian sports bike to a small, nimble, typical four-in-line Japanese midweight. The Yamaha R6 is her chosen steed, smaller relative of the immensely successful Yamaha R1. Of course, both of these bikes would be happiest being thoroughly abused somewhere on a racetrack, but for the purposes of this test, we thought we'd keep it strictly real life and keep them on the roads.
So I've been given the Yamaha R6, younger brother to the legendary R1. And this really is its baby brother. It's exactly the same, but miniaturised. So it doesn't feel at all daunting if it's your first entry into superbikes. But don't be fooled, this bike is not a toy. The riding position is extreme and you are right over the tank with your feet tucked right up. But it does feel quite light. And believe you me, this bike is raring to go.
The good news is that as well as its diminutive stature, when it comes to town riding, its engine's on your side too. It's a typical midweight Japanese 4 with all the power lurking at the top end. So when you don't want to take off like a Tasmanian devil with its tail on fire, leave it in the low revs and it's as friendly as a scooter.
Where the little R6 is small, neat and efficient, this, the Mille R, is big, loud and brash. It's actually one of 3 versions of the Mille that range from expensive through to ludicrously expensive through to, oh my God, sell your firstborn and you might just afford a down payment on the mortgage you'll need to buy one. If the last time you rode a super or a sports bike, the gear lever was on the left-hand side or the thing had about 49cc, this is probably not the thing to climb on board. The big Mille does the exact opposite of mould itself to you. It's a series of uncomfortable angles that you kind of bend yourself round once you're in position. This thing is made with a purpose, that much is immediately obvious. There's a huge amount of high tech on board, as well as an enormous amount of grunt available.
You can pay from just under 9 grand for an RSV Mille and up to 22 for the top spec model. This in the middle is about 10.5. Some people love the look, others are not so sure. This one also benefits from a £2,500 one-off specially made exhaust system. Once you've contorted your body to suit the bike's shape, it's time to settle down and more or less dream of track days. It is so torquey. This is not a bike that you can take for granted. On a greasy day, you need extra care, pulling off a roundabout from as little as 500 revs, and the tail will start to twitch out of line. Mind you, it's a sign of the bike's competence that you still can use quite a lot, if not all of that power, on the road and enjoy it.